Hello, all the kings, man. This is again Friday assessment. So I welcome everyone here again. Today is the day that you're going to look back over your week and be like, you know what? What did I accomplish this week? Did I accomplish everything that I set out to accomplish? I used last Saturday and Sunday to look back over my week, not to rest, but look back over my week and see what I can do different going into the next week so that I could be accomplished, so that I could look back and say, look, I assessed and I see where I was distracted. I see where I was most productive and I saw where I wasted time. That is one of the most important things for us to do in life is to be productive. Because remember what I told you, you can be busy, but you can be busy wasting time, or you can be busy being productive. So what I want you to do is to assess today. Today is the day that you assess. You look back over your plan. You look back over your week. You wanted to do this on Monday at 6 o'clock or at 7 o'clock. You wanted to have this done by lunchtime. You have to look what is stealing your time or what is causing you to have time to be productive, because you can set aside 10 minutes and be more productive in those 10 minutes than you can be in an hour. Why? Because it's silence, it's cutting off the phone, it's cutting all off the alarms, and it's focusing. You know, it's about focusing your time and energy into a place. And it's amazing what can happen when you focus your time and your energy. But you might be saying, but look, Jeremy, you don't understand. I got this going to happen. So sounds like to me, you're trying to put the blame on somebody else. Yeah. That take me right where I want to go today. Responsibility. You have a responsibility to yourself. Nobody else is going to take responsibility for you. They're going to give you assignments, but then it's your responsibility of how you accomplish those assignments. That's why I say you have to assess. You take Friday to assess your week. Then you take Saturday and Sunday to make the plan. You say, what are the changes that I need to make? In life, we always have to make changes. We always have to prepare, and we have to be preparing, and we have to prepare for the changes that we have to make to the plan. Because you got to remember, you're being prepared for something. That's why it's so important for us to continue to assess how we're doing on our job, continue to assess how we're doing as a man of God, as a child of God, as a husband, as a father, as a leader of your home, as a leader in your community, wherever you may be at, a leader in your church, wherever you at. Remember, as a man, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility. That responsibility goes beyond your job. You have a responsibility to God. God had a responsibility to you. He gave back what he gave to you in the beginning. He gave you dominion. He put you in this earth. He gave you dominion and he told you to subdue it. But before that, what did he do? He made you in his image. That means that if he made you in his image, there was a responsibility. My God, because he gave you dominion, he told you to get in this earth and subdue it. That means he gave you a responsibility, and he didn't walk away from his responsibility. He came back and doubled down on it. He said, okay, you can hold up to, so I'm going to send my son Jesus in the earth to show you how to do it. So what he did, he sent an example. So I'm here today encouraging you, don't give up. You have a responsibility to yourself to not give up. My God, it is your responsibility to yourself to not give up. You have a responsibility to self-assess and make the needed corrections. Make the needed corrections. I know you made a plan, and I told you to make a plan. But remember, the purpose of assessment is to adjust the plan. Remember, a plan that's too rigid that you can't make adjustments, you might well throw that in the trash, because you will never succeed. When you're rigid and you can't do the assessments to make the proper adjustments, you're doomed for failure. You have to know that when you go into a thing, you don't go in with all knowledge. You don't even go into your week with all knowledge. You make a plan and you be like, wow, I did not realize that was going to happen that way. Wow, I need to open my eyes. I need to open, not be so narrow-minded. That's the word I'm looking for. Not be so narrow-minded. Take the blinders off, because somebody can come and tell you something for your good and you can ignore it and be pig-headed because because you're like, nope, this is my plan. I'm sticking to it. And this is the way it's going to be. But they could be telling you something because they know your plan and they know what's up ahead. So always say, God, give me wisdom, give me knowledge, give me understanding because I don't know all. So that's why I'm encouraging you to assess. I'm encouraging you because I know what's inside of you. I know there's greater inside of you. So you have a responsibility to yourself. Don't give up. Yeah, you failed. Yeah, you might have failed, but you also got to remember, focus on the successes. Don't focus on where you failed. Focus on the successes, the areas that you're actually having success in. Because what I know is that when you focus on the areas that you have success in, they will actually influence the areas that you have weaknesses in. So when you focus on the strength, then you be like, wow. Then you be like, David, I'm going to encourage myself. When no one else around, they focusing on my weaknesses. I'm going to focus on my strength. Then I'm going to encourage myself. Then I'm going to push on. I'm going to reach deep down inside to realize what God has put on the inside of me. And I am going to go forward. You notice I'm not using the word motivation. I want to use the word encouragement on purpose because you have a responsibility to respond to what God has already put inside of you. That means that you have a duty. You have a duty. Why? You have a duty to respond to the ability that God is calling on the inside of you. So all the king's men, remember that you are all the king's men. Remember that God cares about you. Remember that God has put something inside of you, meaning that encourage yourself because there is an ability. If there's something that's always stirring up when you fail or when you succeed, think on that thing. Meditate upon that thing. I encourage you to find the scripture. Everybody know or should know Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengtheneth me. Remember what strengtheneth is, meaning that God continually strengthening you. Meaning that you continually have an ability on the inside of you. Remember that there's an ability. There's something that's been planted on inside of you, but it's up to you to activate it. So I'm telling you, that's why it's so important to assess. Look at the things that's taken away from your life. Look at the things that's adding to your life. Make the necessary adjustments. All the king's men, I encourage you today on the Friday assessment to make the necessary adjustments. Be blessed.